Everything to lose and nothing to gain. The artists we discuss today completely ruin their public image and in many cases their entire career in just a matter of seconds. From nearly unforgivable decisions to more minor missteps that made it into the public eye, today we're going to discuss them all, starting with the grandfather of cancellation, Michael Richards. This was probably the first highly publicized example of a celebrity being cancelled due to the invention of YouTube cell phone cameras and the popularity of the internet community as a whole, and to be honest, it was more than justified at the time. Fortunately, Cosmo Kramer was genuinely apologetic for the situation and, many years later, seems to have been overall forgiven for his transgressions, but never truly came back into the spotlight after this incident and never likely will again at his age. However, unlike Kramer, Ja Rule completely refused to apologize for his selfish and dangerous actions, instead attempting to pin everything on his partner. Remember the Fyre Festival? This absolute abomination was originally funded and promoted by Ja Rule himself, after being convinced that it was a completely legitimate idea. Unfortunately, he did not care about those in attendance at his festival, and we got one of the greatest music festival disasters of all time. Speaking of greatest music festival disasters, Astroworld, 10 completely innocent lives were lost due to the complete negligence on the part of Travis Scott and his team. Ranging from the ages of 27 to as low as 9 years old, Travis Scott did not show any actual remorse. Unbelievably, no one was charged with this absolute disaster, even though at the time employees had expressed serious concern of safety violations, but Travis Scott was too greedy and cared more about money than the lives of his fans. On the subject of stupid musicians making giant mistakes and blaming it on everyone else, who remembers DaBaby? He went off on a completely unhinged rant, arguing with anyone that he had nothing to apologize for and ended up, by his own admission, losing more than $30 million. I would say the only person who has lost more money due to his stupid actions would be Tiger Woods, the man who had everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose. Yet after getting caught cheating on his wife with countless women, he was thrown off of his game and never fully recovered again, even before the tragic car crash recently. And if you think Tiger Woods ruined a once-in-a-lifetime career trajectory, wait until you meet the D'Amelios. Are you a normal individual that works a 9-to-5 day job? Maybe you work at a restaurant, or you go to your office every single day to ensure your safety and survival. However, the D'Amelio family thinks that your daily struggle is more of a funny cosplay than anything. This truly is a wonderful example of how out of touch many child celebrities are. Charli D'Amelio, acting like a complete brat, decided to humble brag that she was looking to hit 100 million TikTok followers in the span of 1 year. Hilariously, she was unfollowed by over 1 million people, crying and threatening to quit social media, and really just ruining her reputation in general. And that actually reminds me of another Karen that everyone loves to hate. Of course, I'm talking about Amy Schumer. Many times over the years, she's been caught outright blatantly stealing jokes from real comedians to pass off as her own comedy, and her only real response was to have her lapdog Kurt Metzger go to the Joe Rogan Experience and scream about how he's a comedian and you watching are just a peon, and he knows better than you, idiot. A temper tantrum so bad it nearly matches the god tier level of James Corden. Okay, admittedly, this one might be cheating because he's not really a celebrity so much as the British Jimmy Fallon. He really had every opportunity given to him and completely squandered it all. James Corden is, by his own admission, narcissistic, rude, and truly not empathetic to others. All the more ironic that he got a talk show. As soon as he got famous on British television, he completely let it all go to his head and started treating others as a means to an end, by his own admission. Anyone who talks to Jean-Luc Picard like that deserves no respect in my book. I would say the only person who made themselves look more selfish and foolish on stage is Ashley Simpson, who would be another very early example of what is today called cancel culture. At this time, audiences presumed that they went to watch their favorite singer, that they would be receiving a live show. However, this was not always the case, and Ashley Simpson completely blew the lid off of this back in the day. I absolutely remember this on the news, actually. It was literally all over the place, and the absolute worst part was that she completely blamed everything on her band. The same band who stuck through and played the entire song as to keep the contractual agreement and the audience entertained. Absolutely despicable behavior.